I never thought I'd get to be part of a team to build a solar car, let alone be in charge of one. I'm AJ Verma, Western Sydney University's solar car team manager. And some of the sharpest student minds from across the university have come together to work on an extraordinary project. The Bridgestone World Solar Challenge is a grueling 3,000-kilometre test of endurance from Darwin to Adelaide, taking in 9 compulsory control stops through some of the most inhospitable landscapes on Earth. 2 years ago, Western Sydney University entered the World Solar Challenge for the first time. The entrepreneurial drive and the expertise we gained through the development and lab testing enabled us to make it to Adelaide. Learning from our experiences in that race, this time we were determined to come back even stronger. Nothing was off the table. We wanted to build a car using cutting-edge technology that would demonstrate the incredible potential of electric vehicles. Using our state-of-the-art lab and LSM, the crew designed and built custom carbon fiber components to make this car lighter and faster. We tested it over 1,000 kilometers on the track and in the outback, working day and night to make sure we were ready to compete with the world's best. We pushed the boundaries of innovation and design. Happy with that now? To be given the green light to compete with the most efficient road vehicles on the planet. And I have to say that this is the most stressful sticker I've ever gotten in my life. On the eve of the World Solar Challenge, all the teams have gathered at Hidden Valley Raceway in Darwin.
It's great to be here. It's a nice climate, nice people around here, especially here in the pits when we have all the teams together. And there's just a great atmosphere.
Yeah, just contact me when you're coming through, when you know what dates you're coming through Sydney, and I'll sort you out. All good, take care. My name's AJ.
We're going to Sydney afterwards for 1 week of vacation, and yeah, you guys are down there, so why not throw a barbecue and have a good time?
We talk to all different teams. Some teams you know from last year, and the people are old teammates who have been here for several times. They know from, oh, it's very important that we have a subwoofer over there. And the flowers, yeah, Dutch flowers, yeah. That's a working place, a little home.
Yeah, just tape the whole edge. So this morning is dynamic scrutineering. We're going to test whether the car conforms to all the moving regulations like braking, turning, and stability in a straight line. The other thing we're going to do today, and that I'm really nervous about, is our qualifying lap. So the qualifying lap is the quickest car around Hidden Valley Raceway. Now we have to beat a time of 2 minutes. 2 minutes is a time set by Team Arrow in 2013, and I reckon we have a good chance of doing that. To be honest, I've spoken to our main driver for the day, the jockey. I've told him I'm happy with the best that you can do. The race is over 6 days. It's not, the race isn't won in today, so we've got to make sure the car is 100% for the rest of the week. But you know what? I think I'll be happy with anything in the top 10.
I felt a little bit nervous. I wanted to have a good crack at it, so I was saying to myself, you know, just got to put in a solid time. Trying to keep calm, just visualize the lap.
So we want to get going as soon as we can, right?
The quickest time so far is Stanford, 2:10.6.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think, looking at the time so far, I reckon we're going to be right up there.
Hopefully.
Are we ready to go? Sam? Are you good to go?
I think car 13 is ready to come out. Do you want him out there?
Ready to go.
I think we're ready to go. Punch is on 205 right now.
You can get a 205. Don't put numbers in my head. I'm going to do my best, and that's what you get. Sounds good.
Sounds like it.
Don't start.
That's all we want.
That's all we need from you, dude.
Dan is trying to get himself in the zone. He's feeling pretty good. He's pretty excited, but you know what's going to happen, I reckon, is he's going to get out there and he's going to make us all proud. All right, let's go.
When you're ready, mate.
He popped up in the lid and he said, dude, you got a 2-minute flat. It was pretty good. I haven't seen him smile for that big for ages.
We've managed 2.00 on the hot lap, which is great. At the moment, we've got the top time, but there's about 5 fast cars yet to come out. So we're hoping our time holds up. Yeah, get me some big baby tires.
We did the hot lap, we placed really well. The only problem was when we did a U-turn, the car suddenly lost drive and we haven't been able to work out why.
We were pulled over because we'd kind of broken down a little bit, so that's so we haven't finished dynamic scrutineering yet. We have to do the braking test and things like that.
We've got approximately half an hour before we have to get on and make sure we fix this car. If we do not fix the car in the next half an hour, there's a chance we will not be starting tomorrow morning. The team's pretty stressed out, but to be honest with you, I know we can get it done. We've discovered we have a motor problem, and that motor problem is repairable. However, we need to get it off and fix it as soon as we can.
We don't have a very big budget, so we've had to work around that. Sometimes if money's no object, you can go forever and get whatever result you want. It's actually quite amazing what they've just done, because I just heard on the PA that they've got a 2-minute lap around here, and that's absolutely phenomenal. So here we are, we're competing with the best in the world.
While we're fixing the car, the qualifying will continue on track and hopefully our time will stand.
So we just did our hot lap to qualify for WSC. So yeah, we have a pretty big budget. We definitely would not be where we are without all our sponsors. Yeah, not only do they give us money and things, but they also give us a lot of engineering support.
I'm feeling absolutely amazing, much more relaxed than I was for the last couple of days. Everything's passed now, we're finished dynamic scrutineering and we're ready for the race tomorrow. And we placed 3rd out of all the competitors. There's, I think about 26 teams in our class, we placed 3rd. I am so incredibly happy with that.
What we see here are some of the world's most efficient electric road vehicles. One day, I'm sure we will all be driving electric cars, and today that dream becomes a reality. And for those who have travelled around the world to be here, it is truly a great adventure of dreams.
I wasn't nervous, to be honest with you. I just wanted to get going. We knew what it was capable of, but I just wanted to see it in action in the race. I wanted to see the power coming in. I like seeing the amount of power we're harvesting. I like looking at the numbers,
Next up is another Australian entry, the Western Sydney University team, who've done remarkably well. This is their 2nd entry in the World Solar Challenge. Well done to the team, you've done a tremendous job. We wish you well on your journey, and you're about to be flagged off, and we look forward to seeing you in Adelaide.
We started off, but there was a small issue which caused us to lose a few places.
The rules state that the solar car must stay between the team's lead vehicle and chase vehicle. Continue straight.
The lead vehicle, who's meant to be protecting the solar car, did make a wrong turn, unfortunately. That's okay. Mistakes happen. Luckily, we can rectify them, we can make up for our time. We did slip maybe possibly 2 to 3 places, but that's okay. We can make up for time.
The Territory is a very unique place. When something's on, Territorians love it because of the fact it's not like Sydney or Melbourne or something like that where you've got something every day. Here, you get an event, everyone goes there. Today, you'll see the school kids come out and they'll be waving, the cars go past. You get your Borat suits, they're just radical, these guys up here. It's that character that builds this area.
Right now we are in Catherine at our very first control stop, and the car is really stable. It's looking really, really good.
How's it going? Good, how are you? Yeah, good.
The car's running perfectly fine. He's making good power. Nice run, nice clean run. A bit of traffic to start off with, but it turned out good in the end.
As we know in Australia, it gets hot out there and they're trapped inside these cars, and they can't waste the energy or the battery power on having an air conditioner, so they're trapped inside these tiny little cells and it gets very hot in there. So whatever temperature it is here on the road, you've got to add 10 degrees to that, and that's what they're sitting in. So it's tough conditions.
So I think we're going to have a big headwind on the way down, so it might slow us down. Hopefully we'll still get to Dunmurra by the end of the day.
Yes, I think you'll be right, yeah.
I'm a bit nervous, first time driving this competition, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited for the challenge. The car was designed around my dimensions, really, so I guess I fit perfectly in it. I've always had an interest in motorsports. I ride a motorbike and race in a local amateur club as well. I've got quite a big family, so we always sit around on the weekends and watch international race shows and stuff like that. I figured I might as well do something valuable, so I saw the solar car project as a great gateway for that. It's a lot different from doing assignments and lab work and then actually building a car. It's really different.
Day one of the race was pretty interesting. We made it almost to Dunmurra. We had some cloud cover and some headwinds that caused some problems. But we're right on the tail of all the other teams.
3, 2, 1.
In the mornings and afternoons, we have to capture as much sunlight as we can. So we start the race at 8 a.m. and we finish at 5 p.m. wherever we are. What that means is that we have a couple hours in the morning and a couple hours in the afternoon to charge this car.
When we stop at a control stop, we're spraying water over the array to cool it, as well as to clean the array of any dirt or dust that we've picked up on the way. When we cool the array, we increase our power output by a few hundred watts. A few hundred watts is, 10 kilometres an hour extra speed. So it's a lot of energy that we're wasting if we're not cooling the array.
I'm very joyous because our solar car team have proven that our students can take the idea from the design level into building level into performance.
You know what we'll do?
We have people from a variety of disciplines. We have mechanical engineering, we have computer engineering, we have electrical engineering, we have design, we have business, media, and so on. This project allowed students to have a direct contact with industry, and this always was led by students.
People who know what they have to do now, as in fill up the vehicles and stuff, please do that.
This team is performing at a much more experienced level than last time. So we are probably about 2.5 hours ahead of where we camped last time.
But anyway, I think that's about it, guys. Seriously, it's 9 p.m. Let's go to bed. So today Daniel Eddington will be driving. He'll be driving to the first control stop where we'll give him some cooling, and then he's going to be driving for another 4 hours to Tennant Creek. All good? That'll do. You're right. Let's go. The driver's doing really well actually. They're complaining about lack of air, but to be honest with you, they are getting some air. It's not too bad. We cool them down and they'll be okay for the rest of the day.
If we maintain 7.5 after Tennant Creek, we can make 5.02 at Barrow Creek. Copy that over. 75 is too low. We will maintain somewhere between 75 to 80 over.
So we've got telemetry. We receive data from the car, power figures, speed, all that stuff. We estimate our time to destination. If we think we can get there in time, we push. If we don't have enough energy to get there in time, we have to slow down to find balance. Because as you increase speed, your losses increase as well, because you have drag losses and friction losses. So the slower you go, the more efficient you actually drive. So it's all a balance.
Control stop, 3 kilometers on left. Copy that.
Welcome to Tennant Creek. Well done, Dan. That was a good stint.
Oh, easy.
Don't know where the challenge part is. Good on you, Chief.
Oh, that was good. I've been waiting a while to do that. I was saying to the guys on the radio, I thought, oh gee, it's really easy to do this. I don't know, where's the hard part?
So the pressure is definitely very, very low though. Look at that.
Yeah, it's very low. Yeah, I can basically press it.
Okay, we need a new left.
Is the pressure low?
It's very low.
We need a new left tyre. We've discovered we've got a slow leak in the front left tyre, which is why we've been seeing some increased consumption.
Right.
Yeah, we're changing it now. Well, when we're done with the control stop.
It is something we are concerned about, and it could mean a problem for us to get to the next control stop before the end of the day. We'll have to revise that once we've changed the tyre. We're just waiting for the park for May time on the control stop to complete in approximately 4 minutes, and then we'll be changing the tyre and getting going.
Alright, take the tape off from the other side. Quick. Yeah. Alright. All good? Now take it off.
Where's Cam?
He's there. Cam, Cameron, need your muscle.
Is someone holding the car?
I'll do it. Yeah,
I'll support this side.
Yeah. All good? Yeah, it's good.
Is it?
Driver! Driver!
Res, mate. On the go. Good.
Down. Alright. Bearing. Bearing. Alright, ready to go, ready to go. Jump in your vehicles. Chase and lead.
Ben, take that.
Good to go, Rez.
This afternoon at Wycliffe Wells, we had the Western Sydney University Solar Car Project Fan Club, also known as my parents. They were on the side of the road waving at us. It was quite hilarious and everyone was kind of confused, and the solar car was asking, who's that? And they apparently had pom-poms as well, which is quite interesting.
We're trying to find a new location. No worries, thank you very much.
So what we had happen this morning was a slow leak from a tyre, which caused quite a significant increase in power usage. Now, we didn't catch that until about 20 minutes after it started happening. In that 20 minutes, we lost enough power that ensured us that we would not make this control stop today. So I've got Kieran and Stuart working on some graphing. So what we would like is a power in and power out graphing that's done live every 5 minutes or more.
My role in the solar car team is to take the data that the car spits out, things like your power usage figures and your speeds, and finding what of that data is actually relevant and making it useful.
Power is consistently dipping tone, so my technical title is the Embedded Systems Engineer, but I'm also part of the strategy team when not doing the code for the car. So that's all the calculations that have been happening during today. We've had a couple of small glitches with some data coming off the car that need to be resolved.
We have a reasonable idea of what we should be expecting the car to do. If ever that graph starts diverging from our expectations, we need to look at it and try and find a diagnosis.
I did start working at a younger age with one of the kids I played soccer with. His dad owned a computer repair store, and that sort of got me on the path, and worked there for quite a few years, and then started working full-time at his store in Springwood for 3 years before coming to uni.
This whole experience has been a variance of stress and massive relief. When something works, it's often very, very good. So after our hot lap and we got a 2-minute, we were all ecstatic and we sort of relaxed for an hour. It was kind of weird. But then the stress piled on straight away. So it's just been from massive stress to massive release.
We are actually camped next to the Colombian team. They're a great bunch of people. They're playing really loud music. It's a party on here. We need to do this next time. They blew 2 tyres on their trailer, unfortunately, so that made their trailer fall behind about 200 kilometres, so it just arrived. They were ecstatic because, as you can tell, there was pretty much everything in the trailer. It's a good party.
Day 4 of the World Solar Challenge, and we started this morning at Calgera.
This morning we were woken up around 5 o'clock in the morning by the Colombians who turned on their supposed team alarm. Playing it through all the night, and they just turned it back on at 5 a.m. And it was a nice change from the boys waking me up with their snoring. It was perfect.
Another busy day. Yeah. Ready to go.
We had a good run today up to Alice Springs. Really favourable conditions. It gets a little bit hairy when like a car will overtake you or something like that. It does unsettle the car, especially today when we were doing the faster speeds. Cars overtaking and coming alongside us really unsettles the car, so you're constantly correcting slides.
Road train incoming.
It does get a bit scary when you hear on your comms that a road train is approaching.
No worries, thank you.
When road trains come in, they sort of push you away, and as they pass, it sort of sucks you back in. You don't want to crash into one of those.
Clear to overtake.
It's a little nerve-wracking when they overtake you. The wake behind them can unsettle the car. had a very good tailwind along that last section, so I was able to push up the speed quite a bit. Just ride the wave. So I was very happy about that run.
Lead 6060. No worries, thank you very much.
You're getting 1.6 kilowatts out of the array. Holy crap.
Oh, that sun is glorious then.
But it's bouncing up and down with the cloud.
With the cloud, yeah.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in electronics. I never read the instructions for anything. I always pulled things apart, used to break them on purpose and try and fix them. Oh wow, check that out, so 1.5 kilowatts. I eventually ended up studying electronics at university. I've been working as an electronics engineer and we're working on some pretty high-tech stuff. I'm designing circuit boards and electronics for aerospace and defence. Hey Rez, what's the output?
1.3.
You're good to go.
Do not slow down, please continue at same speed.
With the car generating so much power, we should have a fast run to our next control stop. As long as we don't get too much cloud cover.
100, continue at 100, over. Copy that.
The driving conditions were pretty good. However, we did get a lot of cloud coverage. We were also driving pretty close to some rain clouds. We were a bit worried we were going to run into them.
I'm just calculating a new speed for you to maintain.
Tony would like Lee to know that we have 1.1% battery left.
I did get some raindrops on the car, but I guess that helped with cooling the cells.
We are 1 kilometre from the control stop. We probably should still continue. Tony says we can continue, we just need to drop down to base minus 10. Good job guys, that was fantastic.
Yay, go team.
I'm one of the drivers. I'm also one of the electrical guys, so anything electrical related I'm involved with. Things that would have helped me would be being involved in like a real world sort of issues sort of thing. So from the design and development point of view and the production point of view and then the running point of view, you've got several facets that aren't always easily taught in a classroom. My dad actually gave me an interest in cars and an interest in electronics and electrical stuff, so this is a good mix of the two interests. He's always brought home some kind of gadget or something like that, and I've always enjoyed that. If there's something I'd had to pull apart, if I had a calculator, I'd pull it apart. It wouldn't last very long in one piece.
You're gonna have to give me some feedback when you get out.
Okay.
4 minutes. Yep, all right, I'm ready. Okay, yep, got it. You ready? Ready. Jump in. Go.
Day 4 of the World Solar Challenge. We started this morning just north of Barrow Creek.
Be advised there is roadkill in the middle of the road. No worries.
Started off to head to Kibapiti. Things were going all right, cruising along, and then
Stop. Tire burst.
There's a big bang. Next thing I know, the tires have locked up and he's gone into trees at 85 k's an hour.
didn't feel right, didn't steer right. Tried to pull it up, and it just pointed me into the ditch. That wasn't really a good thing to happen, but that's solar car racing, I guess.
Let's move the car there where we can still get charged. We're still getting charged.
Dan, did you lose steering?
I did lose steering. Once it happened, it went poof, and then I couldn't steer it. That's why I couldn't keep it out of the ditch.
He lost the front right lower control arm bolt.
When the suspension broke, it popped through the top of the car.
AJ, yes. Can I get your hand?
He's hit a couple of trees and some stumps and absolutely wiped them out.
We've got a hole in this fairing as well.
The back array is still fine, so you'll still be getting power off of this half of the array, and then that panel will be bypassed.
It'll take us half an hour to fix. Yep. Let's fix it and maintain.
Yes,
We've done 2,000 Ks, we're not going to stop now.
That's fine, we'll make it. We'll be okay. The rest of mechanical, if you've got a sec, please fix that fairing.
Spare wheel?
There's a depth of here.
You're going to have to double tape it.
I went through a bush. I know. I had no steering.
Sorry.
Just for reference,
we should chop the bush and the bush can chop you. I'm incredibly calm after having a stack like that. It's all right. I just want to get back on the road.
Yep. My job was to quickly replace the panel and make sure that the electrical system was good to go and we were safe to drive.
It feels so wrong, doesn't it?
It feels awful.
Yeah. It should be on the same side.
It's on this side, yep.
John Luke. Yeah?
Why does that tyre need replacing?
That one's got a big flat spot in it from locking.
Where?
Yeah.
All right, that needs replacing.
Dan, do you want a driver change?
No, I'm good to drive. Can we drop the array a little bit?
Yep, going down. Hey Tony, how flush is it with the body now?
It's now perfectly flush with the rest of the body.
Guys, can we just do a visual inspection? Rear suspension is okay?
Yep, all good. What time is it now, please? 10:50. So it's been half an hour.
Duct tape is not ideal for this.
Doesn't matter, it'll do the job.
We've just had a 60-watt increase in array power.
Excellent.
All right, that's it, we're good.
Oh, nice. What are we waiting on to drop the array?
Tony's head.
Tony.
Go, let's do it. Your
Back
side.
corner first.
I'm good here.
All good?
All good.
All good. Let's roll it up. Yeah, you ready for another 300k stint?
Yeah, mate.
All right, well done, fellas.
The team are pretty upset with what happened, but we'll manage to get through it. We'll do some quick repairs tonight and we'll be good to get to Adelaide.
We're approximately 5Ks out. This is perfect, guys.
When we went off the road, we spun sideways and went into a bunch of low-lying shrubs and almost into trees. At that point, this contacted, and this wheel went straight through that fairing. As you can see, this is now all held together by tape. This broke into 4 pieces on the side of the road. We also punched a hole through that fairing when that hit a stump. And you can see there's still a bit of stump left over down the end.
Is there a bit of timber in there?
Yeah.
That's it. I
And
remember, hey, it was a bit of a blur. All I just remember was like clunk, boom. And then I stopped. And I'm, oh.
yeah. I'm just glad you're okay, dude.
Everybody else is just like,
It was literally our worst
like,
nightmare.
what are you freaking out about, man? I just parked it in a bit of dirt. I think I'll freak out when I see the video.
It's okay.
It's alright, mate.
Guys, let's have a chat. I know we've been having a lot of fun and everything, but let's actually have a serious chat. Today was probably the scariest day ever in solar car. Would anyone disagree with that?
Nope.
Before we continue, would anyone like to see the video of the crash?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Can everyone see it?
Yeah.
Hit the play button.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Shit. When Mum sees this on telly, she'll freak.
Thankfully Dan is okay and the car can continue driving. We need to do some serious repair work on it, but look, we only have one day left really. We finish up 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We will be about 100 k's north of Adelaide. We should have been in Adelaide tomorrow around 1 o'clock if everything went to plan. But the fact is, in 37 minutes we managed to repair it and get it back on the road. It is pretty amazing. A lot of teams would have said, nah, not continuing.
We replaced the cell, we bolted back up the suspension, changed tyres, and we taped up all the fairings and got it back on the road in less than half in 36 minutes.
I was amazed. Everyone just did their job. It was fantastic to see.
It was good to see.
We're still ahead of the Canadians and the South Africans. We're not that far behind the pack, less than a day. All right, let's get going, back to work. We don't have that early a morning tomorrow, just 5 a.m. start. Probably worth setting your alarms at 4:30. I would describe myself as definitely elated. I feel really happy and proud of where we are. From down in the dumps yesterday, the team meeting was quite serious. We didn't have the best of times. Getting the team together to get the car together in 37 minutes, I am so impressed and so happy with my team.
Well done, boys. We have officially crossed the continent according to route notes. Awesome.
So right now we just arrived in Port Augusta and it's looking really, really promising. I got a few live tweets from the South African teams. They're roughly 40 kilometres behind us. And the Canadian team, they were roughly half an hour behind us when we left Coopedi yesterday, but I believe we've actually increased our distance from them. So we're still in contention for the top 10. Hopefully we can actually hold that place. I'm so excited, I'm so pumped. I'm so looking forward to Adelaide tomorrow and a shower.
Oncoming vehicle. No problem.
We'll get there sort of between 5 and 5 past 5.
We've made it almost to Adelaide. Unfortunately, not all the way. We're only about 160 k's out in total, but we're looking to get there pretty early tomorrow morning, around 10 o'clock. Let's go.
There's no other way to rate this. It's a lifetime achievement, really. Say you race something that you build across the continent. Settings.
Up or down?
There's 45 as well, that's it. I was talking to Rob about it. I'm actually studying mechanical engineering. I changed over in 2013 from IT just because of this project. This project allowed me to realize I enjoy engineering more than IT, really.
Rohan has a safety officer hug.
Come here.
We just put our heads on his chest and he sort of just pats our heads, I guess.
You're safe now.
Thank you.
He's doing his job very well. He's keeping everyone safe from depression, I guess. Being away from home takes its toll, I guess. So. I'm doing mechatronics and robotics at Western Sydney University. When I was little, I used to tell Mum that I'd make her a robot that did all the crappy housework that she didn't want to do. And then my main goal is that maybe starting up my own business with cool looking products that actually work.
You got it?
Do one of the sides. Do that side. I'll do the side.
AJ, 1 minute.
1 minute. Code, can I get you guys to do me a favor? Can you run up with the car until the exit? If he has an issue there, you can just have a flag or something ready.
What are we doing? We're now late.
Please advise when we're ready to go.
Someone hold the canopy.
I got it.
Boss, we're now late!
We're late! Let's go!
Guys, let's go! Go, AJ, go!
Let's go!
Start going, catch up to lead. Lead, start going. Tell lead to go, tell lead to go.
Go, lead, go, 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 go! We're actually looking really good in terms of battery. We're ready to punch it and we will be going as fast as we can until we, obviously, within the speed limits, until Adelaide.
Overtaking lane coming up at 4 kilometres.
Copy lead, thank you. At this stage we have the UKZN, the South African Solar team, as well as the Blue Sky, the Canadians. They're not too far behind and we're all fighting for 10th place. They've said they've been trying to catch us for the last couple of days, but we've just been out of reach, and I hope we continue that until we get to the finish line.
I think we're all excited to get to Adelaide to have a shower.
You got divided road all the way to the city. Good luck, fellas.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you in Adelaide.
One thing that the Solar Car Challenge exemplifies so well is that our students have that capacity to overcome difficulties and challenges, that they're able to resolve problems working together in a team. And our team did so well and was so competitive right throughout the race. Just goes to show with a bit of ingenuity and Western Sydney cunning, we can be as good as anyone in the world.
Welcome to Adelaide, guys.
When we actually got into the city and we pulled up at the marshalling point, it kind of really sunk in what's happened, and I said, yeah, we made it. Unbelievable.
We did it! Shit, man, we did it!
I'm really relieved now. A lot of hard work for this.
Daniel!
That car came so far, and that team came so far from the previous race. We didn't finish in 2013, we came agonisingly close. They've done a really good job, they come in the top 10, it's a super competitive field, so yeah, super proud of them.
Where's AJ?
I can't describe it. 2 years of stress, 2 years of work, but we finished in the top 10. I am so happy about that. We would have never gotten this far without the support of Penrith City Council, the Department of Industry, and all our other amazing sponsors. And without that, we wouldn't be here. And I'm honestly so grateful to everyone involved, our sponsors, supporters, our partners, and the event organisers as well, and their sponsors. Because without this, look, we would have nothing.